Hey guys, I am in the middle of my meal prep for my meal prep delivery for my clients that are local that get me to prep for them. Anytime you see me with my do-rag on, it's because my biggest nightmare is for somebody to tell me that they found hair in their food. That's my biggest nightmare when I go to a restaurant, so I am always extra cautious on that. Anyway, I just wanted to share what God had laid on my heart today for my video diary. I had a plan on how today was going. I had a definition in my mind of what a successful day looked like. And it didn't at all go the way that I'd planned. Multiple things that I thought were going to happen today didn't. But God showed me something today that I just thought was so beautiful. One of the women that I encountered was having a bad day. I didn't know it. She seemed to me to be perfectly fine. And after we were done with our interaction, she said to me, "Thank you for brightening my day." I didn't know what I had done. I was just, purchasing some things from her and just interacting with her. And she goes, "No, you don't understand. You really changed how my day is going to be for the rest of the day, just because of how kind you've been to me." And what God laid on my heart is that, you know what, that one interaction might have been why I'm alive today, just to brighten her day, just to make what was a really horrible day become a better existence. And, we've got to stop, and I have got to stop constantly telling God what my good day looks like, or, telling him how I need him to use me. You know what? We have no idea when what we are doing is impacting somebody else's life. Maybe even just being kind and letting somebody in front of me in traffic is what gives them a better day. Maybe a smile in the grocery store is what somebody needed from us that day. I had an interesting thing happen to me over the weekend when I shared with you all that I had a presentation to give. I spoke at a women's conference in Manchester, Maryland, and the next day, it was at a retreat, so I was there for the weekend. I spoke Friday night. My main talk was Friday night. And Saturday, I had a woman come up to me, and I loved how bold she was. She said, "Wendy, I have to apologize to you." She said, "I came into this with a presupposition of what you were going to talk about and how you were going to come across." She said, "Because I heard you talk about 3.5 years ago," and she said, "I wasn't impressed. I didn't like your message. I didn't enjoy it one bit." She said, "Totally different. It was a powerful message. I got so much out of it this time." And God laid on my heart that this message was for her. However, I know for a fact the time that she heard me before, I knew the talk she was talking about, that multiple people who were there got so much out of what I shared. In fact, I ended up meeting several women who became clients whose lives were totally turned around. Their health was totally turned around as a result of education I was able to provide them. And so that message wasn't for her. It was for them. So I tell you all of this just so you can be aware that don't beat yourself up and don't think that you aren't having an impact on people. If one person isn't pleased with your work, with your words, with what you are sharing, maybe somebody doesn't like what I share. It's not for them. it's for somebody else. So let that just kind of encourage you to ask God to use you every day, and then assume He does. You might not know. You might not see the results. It might be in the way that you interact with somebody that you are purchasing something from, and you might change their whole day. And maybe they don't tell you, like this one woman told me today. So just trust God that He's using you no matter what. There are no failure days. You're still here. And He's going to use you if you let Him. Open yourself up to it and just know that you are not always going to see the results. But it's happening. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Mwah. Love you.